Hi everybody, it's Sandy here with you today, unboxing the November limited edition kit from My Creative Scrapbook. We've got so many pretties to look at and so much to work with in this kit that I'm really excited to show it to you. This month we get 3 packages of flowers. This first one here is from Prima Marketing, and it's 9 pieces with some buds and leaves along with the larger florals. And this is from the Lost in Wilderness collection. I think they're gonna pair really well with these papers. Then we have a couple of medium and smaller flowers from Little Birdie. And this one is some cream colored flowers along with some that are printed. And these have nice little small leaves tucked in under them. These have yellow centers, so those are going to be real pretty as well. This one is some smaller flowers and it's got a gold stamen in it. I like that a lot, but these are really nice just to tuck in here and there and, you know, put under, or just when you have an empty space that you need to fill or soften an edge. And then we got 2 packages of laser cuts. I took them out of the packaging so I wouldn't make that rattle, but this one is for laser cut foliage, and this one here is laser cut embellishments. So we get all kinds of laser cuts this month. So this is just kind of a peek at what we're going to get, and then some images here that you can fussy cut out and, you know, make your kit go even farther with this is all kind of a botanical forest theme. And Vicki Boutin is the designer. She is calling these moths, M-O-T-H-S, instead of butterflies. But to me, they're kind of butterflies. And so let's open this up. And we've got the florals, got some branches, insects, leaves, and then little puffballs. Awesome, got some mushrooms down here and some actual fern. And then I love that purple flower right there and that blue one. And then there's like a title down here that says Discover and some little word phrases. And over here some more, you know, like echinacea, some leaves, hearts, another mushroom, a big fern. I love this. It's got the little notebook edge and a little cello type tape there. A beautiful orange leaf. They're just all so pretty. I really like those. Those are going to be very useful. And then the second set out of that package is more florals and leaves, some acorns, a cute little triple mushroom right there, and then a little title piece that says Take in the View. I love this big blue feather right there. And then some more leaves and florals, another word phrase down here. And there could be another title. And then some more of those, you know, cello type tapes that you can kind of put on an edge to make it look like you're doing a junk journal or you're just taping it in. A flower, this gorgeous title right here that says, Good Things Are Coming. And then this one, A Wonderful Way to Spend a Day. So we've got mushrooms, florals, the little buds right here, little hearts and an insect. So it's going to be really fun to work on this and something very unique. I think I forgot to mention, this is the Curiosities in Willow Grove collection. And it's got so many beautiful pieces to it. And so here's the laser cut elements. And this is the back side of the cover. Some framed bits and insects, birds, a little mice, field mouse. And then we've got some pretty lace over here, along with a notebook edge. That's really pretty. And this one says A Collection of Moments. And then this one's like the edge of a book, and it's got the alphabet running down the stem right there. That's really cool. I like that. And then these little things on paper clips, little tabs. They almost look like a badge. And then over here, it's really neat. We've got some pieces that look like mixed media. So they're going to be great for putting on your layouts and tucking behind your focal area and to give it some accent. That'd be really fun. And up here are some little tabs, like to hook like a paper clip. And then more little word bits and little tabs, I guess we'll call them. And then more little word bits and clips. And then tags with, you know, faux baker's twine on them. This one's doesn't have the curve that those two right there. Those are going to be fun. And then this has got more frames, and all that's falling out right there. But this big title that says "Make Today Count." I like that. That's really something to think about and remember. Here's a pretty little banner. And then I love the little twig circle. Definitely going to be using that. Lots of stars, a moth, a magnifying glass, a notebook phrase, some eyeglasses, and of course a camera and binoculars. And then antlers right there. I always like to use antlers. And then a pencil and lead and two more little clips right there. A typewriter, that's always fun to add, and an oval frame, a circular frame, some more word phrases, and then this is a frame, and then inside there's some banners that says "Simple Life, Happiness, and Captured." And then we have some tickets over here and a tab, some numbers, those are always fun to use, and then like a little title here that's individual pieces and says "Memories." So that's going to be really neat, really cool to use. We also got stencil that's kind of fern looking. So I don't know the manufacturer on this. I have to wonder if it is 49 in Market, since it pairs so nicely with everything in the kit. But that will be fun to use on our backgrounds. And then we got a package of icons and titles ephemera set. This is also part of the Curiosities in Willow Grove. So take a look at the back, and I'll undo these here in a moment and we'll look at as many as we can. But it's got some glass domes and some butterflies, titles, creatures, florals, an owl up here. There's so much to play around with. So Pam really spoiled it this month with 2 laser kits and the ephemera pack. All right, so we'll get into the papers, and if you haven't seen them, again, these are from 49 in Market. It's called Curiosities in Willow Grove, and the artist is Vicki Boutin. So we have some beautiful florals here on kind of a teal background. And you can fussy cut these, or you can use them, you know, as part of your background. We've got everything from white to pink to purple, but they all blend really nicely, all those colors. The back side of that is kind of grid with text at the top, and then some polka dots here at the bottom. And the branding strip says tickets all across there. So if you want something more plain, that would be the way to go. And this is starter page 2. I love, love, love the swatch type designs, which here is orange and gonna go into your purple and violet. These are really nice because it gives you a pretty background, but yet you don't have a design that is distracting from your focal area. So I like that. And on the back, if you want some pattern, there's some orange and some little yellow circles. So that's a nice accent to go with everything else. And this is starters page 3. So it's got some florals that are kind of cream with a little bit of pink, and then yellow centers on a teal background. So you can, again, fussy cut, or you can just use this, you know, as a border piece or an element on your page. They're not as individual as some of the others are, so fussy cutting would be a little bit more of a challenge. And then there's several pages in the kit are in the collection that lend themselves very well to doing a double page spread. And this is one of them right here, that you've got some like book type pages here with a little botanical in the corners. And the branding strip on this one is numbers. So that's that one. And then this is the other one. It's starter paper 4. And then on the back side of this is another piece that's going to go really well with this other paper. If you'd like to make a double page spread, these would pair really nicely with one another. It's just like framed boxes, but how easy to, you know, emphasize your photo, or to use as a photo mat, or if you're doing a double page, there's just so much, you know, you could do a larger photo over here, and then some smaller ones over here. I really like that. And then with all the embellishments, it could just go so many different directions. So there's that one. And on the back of that, we have a pretty mixed media page with some orange in the background and grid. And then here is a cute branding strip down here. So lots to play with. This is another one of those that has a pairing piece. Let's see, where is it? Right here. So this could be another double layout right there with the neutral center and then the trees on the accent. And I love the little typewriter page under there. So I still haven't decided what my take on the kit's going to be. I just flew in from Colorado this weekend, and so I have to really think about this. On the back of this is a navy blue diamond pattern, and it's got some text in there, but you know, that goes really nicely with the colors, and I really like that pattern. It's kind of unusual. And then, of course, this is the other side of the paper I just showed you, but you know, it's got a collage right here with that cello type tape. So just a good clean piece of paper for, you know, mounting a photo and going on. And then this right here. That's just so pretty. I have so many ideas going through my head. And here's our tag page, and I really like these. These are so varied. We got so many different colors to go along with the collection. So whatever, you know, your photo calls for, or whatever your theme is going to be, there's plenty to choose from. And then the back side of the tags are just more solid, so you could definitely use those for journaling. And then I like the branding strip down here, has the little measuring tape on there, so I got to use that. That's going to be cute. And then here are your 3x4s. These are great for laying under your photo or using them independently along the side, but you can see most of them are pretty plain, but we do have a camera and a magnifying glass right there. So those are going to be fun. And then the back of that is like a floral green and kind of a lime or chartreuse kind of color. So Vicki likes color, if you know her work. And then these are our 4x6s. And these are nice for journaling or just having as a larger photo mat. I really like this one with the little tie up there. But, you know, here we got a repeat of that cello tape. Lots of notebook edge. And on the back, this is just a beautiful piece of paper. I'm not sure how I would use it, but it definitely would, you know, make a nice border piece across a page. And then this is your branding strip down here that's really pretty. So I really like that. And that goes so well with the next paper, which is typewriter on a, you know, dark beige background with ticket going across the bottom and your branding strip. And this is actually the back of the cover for the collection pack. So, and this is just an overview right here of everything that we've just talked about. So I find these helpful to look at, to kind of get an idea of which ones I want to choose for my background and the ones that I'll use in a different way. Okay, so I'm going to open up these die cut ephemera set and we'll take a look at those. Okay, I'm back showing you what's in the icon and titles ephemera set, and there's so much that I have them laid out the best I can, kind of in categories. But I put some of the large titles over here. Enjoy the view, don't forget to enjoy the view, observations this day, and then 4 different banners in different colors, another title that says see the good in things, and one in black here that I need to punch out, but it says hello in black. And then we've got some little potion bottles down here and an ink bottle, and then our florals up here, and then these are like leaves or stems in different colors, and each of these are like individual flowers, and then lots of little stems to go in leaves. It reminds me a lot of the Flower Emporium collection, and that all these different beautiful flowers to work with. And then that probably needs to go down there, but even like this little purple stem one and a couple of pieces of fern right here. And so I got purple and peachy orange, and those are going to be really nice. And then over here on the black, I laid out a whole bunch of the moss, or Vicki says they're moss because we're in the forest, and so they're not butterflies. And then we've got all kinds of feathers to tuck in. This all has kind of an entomology look about it, with the looking glass and the insects. Like this one right here, I'm sure that is supposed to be some kind of insect, but I don't know. And then there's a large dragonfly. There's a little bit smaller one. And so lots of different colors to use on your page, depending on what your color theme is. We have, sorry about the dog, we have lots of little gold stars and some ladybugs, and then a whole bunch of different kinds of mushrooms down here. They're so cute. I mean, just the little green one, and it's like they have little personalities to them. I just think they're really cute. I like all of them. And all the colors go really well together. And then I guess this is supposed to be another specimen bottle or whatever. And up here we have some word phrases. We have treasures, my time in nature, a day like this, nature walk, the good stuff, some spectacles. We have a couple of different owls in different sizes, and then the little mouse. And then we have 2 stacks of books. We have pencils. And then we have, an old style fountain pen. And then this is a camera and a ladybug, but this is on a strap. So they used the center and added in a little ladybug you can punch out. And then these cloches down here have a little cut in them, so that if you want to put something inside your cloche, this may be too tall, but it would go in the other one for sure. But you can go ahead and tuck it in because that's pre-cut down there. So a couple of cloches, the typewriter, the larger owl. So lots to work with there, and I'm really excited to get started. I just got back from a trip to Colorado, so I don't know if I'm going to go that direction or not, but I'm going to get going. Even the packaging here has this pretty little hexagon print on the back if you want to use your packaging, as a photo mat or just as a layer on your page. So I can't wait to get started. I hope you have your kit. If you haven't snagged one, then go to our website and see if any are still available. And I hope you enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to doing it. So thanks for coming by today. Bye-bye.